Hey guys, so today we're going to be budgeting for July. I'm going to be laying down some stickers that I have created, and yeah, we're just going to plan out the month and hopefully things will turn out well this month because June was a bust. So if you want to stick around and see how July plays out, then stay tuned. If this is your first time, hi, my name is Emmy. I am married with 2 children, and this is our channel all about how we plan to get out of over $200,000 worth of debt. I like to create budgeting content where I talk about our spending, our savings, our debt payment plans, and things like that. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, please feel free to like this video and subscribe so I know you want to see more content like this. If you are a returning subscriber, I really appreciate all the love and support you guys have shown. We are really close to 300 subscribers, and I just can't thank you guys enough for all of the comments, all of the support. It really means a lot to me, so thank you. Alright guys, so I wanted to show you the budget kit that I will be using. This is a budget kit that I have created myself. Stickers that I use in order to keep myself organized because I like my budget to look pretty. What can I say? So for the month of July, the kit that I have created is a kit called Pool Party. So if you like the stickers that you're seeing here, you can follow the link in my description box to my Etsy shop. All of the stickers are going to be released on Friday in my Etsy shop. So here's some doodles that I made. It kind of reminds me of a pool party. All of the classic drinks like orange juice and lemonade, and the floaties like flamingo floaties and the donut floaties. I don't know, it just really gave off some summer vibes to me. So I will be using the washi strips, my basic budget kit, which is all of the different tables that I use to categorize my monthly budget and my paycheck budget. I'm also going to be using the weekly check-in, and I'm going to be using the sinking funds. All right, so let's lay down some stickers. So although my stickers are on matte removable paper, if they are down for a long period of time, say a couple of days, they do stick kind of permanently, so it's kind of hard to move around. So in order to minimize on mistakes, I thought I'd go ahead and fill in everything that I know, so that way hopefully I don't have to pick up any stickers and mess up my budget. All right, guys, that is my stickers laid out and done. So I kind of wanted to show you a flip through of the whole budget. So we have the July budget here. I like to have that be the first thing after my monthly layout. I need to decorate my monthly layout, but I'll do that later. So I like to have my monthly layout here, and then immediately after I like to have my weekly check-in, because I write a lot for my weekly check-in, or at least that is the goal. So I want to put it on this side of the rings, so that way my arm or my hand doesn't bump into it when I'm writing. So that's a good spot for my weekly check-in. After that, I have Paycheck 1 and Paycheck 2, which I will lay down some stickers with my basic budget kit in, you know, when it gets time to it. I just didn't want this video to be too long, so I'll put those stickers down, and then the same thing with paycheck number 3. There are 3 paychecks this month. And then finally I end with my sinking funds. I will list all of my sinking funds here, and then I put all of our sinking fund transactions here. And I'll do a separate video setting up my sinking funds for July. And then usually this is where I put any information with my baking side business. And now that I have an Etsy shop for my stickers, I need to start putting a page somewhere for my sticker business. So yeah, let's get into the July budget. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that. My husband gets paid on the 25th of every month, and so because of that, we budget from the 25th to the 25th of every month. So we are expecting $3,263.80 for his income. My income, I am an hourly employee at my job. I work from home for an insurance company, and the minimum of 40 hours a week, I am guaranteed $1,100, but of course if I ever want to put in any overtime, then it does go up from there. Usually I do put in overtime, so it usually is more than that, but I always want to budget for the worst case scenario, I guess. For my baking business, I don't have a lot of orders in July. Usually people like to book about a month in advance with me, and so far I only have 1 order for July. And for my baking income, I like to budget 25% of that, whatever it is that I quote them. And so 25% of this particular order happens to be $25. So that's what I'm projected to make for my baking business. As far as my sticker business, it's just off the ground right now. I don't really know what to expect, so I'm just going to go ahead and budget 0, just because I don't really know what to expect. Sinking funds, I think I'm going to keep it about the same as it has been, even though we've been going over. My husband and I had a very long chat and how we want to do better. Just because it's summertime doesn't mean it's a time to slack off. So our goal is to spend $800 of our sinking funds this month. And any other income that I am projected for us to receive, I'm going to write down $200, because that's about how much we should be receiving for my husband's reimbursements for some of his purchases that he made for school. So if I add all of that up, we have a projected income of $6,488.80. Okay, next is bills, and this is kind of the boring part. It's just pretty straightforward. Insurance, daycare, my son's piano lessons, cell phone bill, water bill, power bill, internet bill. In case my son wants to go to summer camp, I don't think we are going to send him this month just because we're trying to save some money. And then of course our subscriptions, such as our iCloud, Apple subscriptions, Amazon Prime, Amazon Video, Spotify, Apple Plus TV, and Disney Plus. This is an annual subscription that we have, so we pay for this once a year, and July happens to be the renewal time, so this is a bill that's coming out this month. You guys might notice you do not see acorns here, and that is because we finally got it canceled. Hooray! I think in my last video I told you guys to kick me every video when I don't cancel acorns, and hooray, I don't have to get kicked. I actually called customer service, explained the issue of how we weren't able to cancel the subscription on the app, and they were able to get it taken care of for us. So hooray! No more throwing money out the window. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and fill in all of these projected bill amounts. Okay, I went ahead and added up all of our bills off camera, and so our budgeted bill total is $1,064.74. And if I subtract that from my income right here at the top, I am left with $5,424.06. So I bring that down to my next table. By the way, this method of budgeting is just a method that works for me. Everybody budgets a little bit different, but for me, it makes the most sense for me to write down all of the projected income and then go by priority. So after that, what are some things that need to be taken care of first? For me, that's bills. All of that needs to be paid, otherwise, you know, the lights get cut off. We get kicked out of the house, things like that. So these are bills that must be paid. Then the next most important thing are our debt payments. And a lot of people would actually categorize these things as bills also. And I used to do that, but since these are things that I can pay additional amounts if I wanted to, I separate these. You can see here that I have all of our credit cards, my husband's car payment, our mortgage, and then I have a line here for any extra debt payment that I expect for us to make. And I'm going to leave that blank for now because I don't really know what our month is going to look like. So starting with the Wells Fargo credit card, we have a minimum payment due of $293. I think that's our minimum payment. We haven't gotten our statement in the mail yet, but this is how much the minimum payment was last month. I did get the statement for my Capital One credit card. It is getting lower every month. So right now the minimum payment is $68. The minimum payment for my husband's car is $352.13. And then for our mortgage, this will be the last month that our mortgage will be this amount because our mortgage is going up due to increased insurance. So since insurance is going up, our mortgage is going up, but only by like $7 or so. But that's good for me to note for August. And extra debt payment, like I said, I'm not sure right now. I'm just gonna put 0. We'll see how the rest of this month plays out. So if I add up all of our debt payments, we have $1,408.67. Subtract that from what is left over, and we are left with $4,015.39. Now, normally this is where we freak out and we overspend because we're like, yay, we have $4,000 in the account. But no, there are more priorities still. The next table, the next priority I have are the expenses. Some people call these variable expenses or cash envelopes, if those are terms that you use. If you do buy my basic budget kit, you'll see that it comes with these additional stickers for you to cover up. Like if you do call this your cash envelopes, you can take this sticker and just cover it up and it'll say cash envelopes right there instead of expenses. Whatever floats your boat, because everybody is different, right? Okay, so let me go ahead. Actually, since this is a disc mound, I'm gonna go ahead and take this out because I hate writing against the coil. So July happens to be a 5-week month for us, but it's a little bit strange because week number 5 is only 3 days long. So I'm going to account for that. Usually I budget $230 a week for food. That includes groceries and eating out combined into one category. So 230 times 4 is 920, and then the remaining 3 days that's happening on week number 5, I just feel like with the rising prices of everything, it just makes the most sense for us to have an even 1,000 for food. Next is my husband's allowance. I'm going to give him $75 a week. During the summer months, I told him I was going to be lowering his allowance because he is no longer going to work. So since he's not traveling to and from, he shouldn't be stopping at the gas station for snacks. So we are going to have $75 a week. So for 4 weeks, that is $300. And then for that extra 3 days that's happening on week 5, I'm just going to round it to $340 for him. Now, I've been doing really well, and if you saw my last video, I survived the month of June with very little allowance, so I'm going to challenge myself to see if I can handle $50 a week instead of $75, just, you know, making those slow changes. So if I do $50 a week for 4 weeks, that's $200 plus a little bit extra for that 3-day week. I'm going to round that to $225. For gas, I usually budget $120 a week, and that used to be enough for my husband and I to fill up each once a week. Instead of upping our gas budget, which I should be doing, I'm going to keep it the same because we're not traveling as much, and hopefully it all just evens out in the end. We usually are under budget when it comes to gas and transportation, so I think what I'm doing is working out well even with the rising gas prices. So $120 a week for 4 weeks is $480, plus a little bit more for that extra 3-day week. So I think I'm going to round this to $520 for the month. I never budget anything for unbudgeted, but you never know, things do come up. And then I plan on using $800 worth of sinking funds, as I stated before. And that will be brought over here to our savings used. So if I add all of our expenses, that is $2,885. If I subtract that from what is left over, we are left with $1,130.39. I'm bringing that down to the next table here because this is the least important. I mean, it's still a priority, of course, but if this entire table was gotten rid of, it'd still be fine. We'd still have food on the table. We'd still have a roof over our head. These are just, if there's anything left over, the last table that I have goes towards savings. So first we have our Save and Go account. Every time we use our debit card, whether that's a direct payment towards a bill, or if we swipe our debit card to pay for anything, our Wells Fargo checking account takes a percentage of whatever comes out of our checking, and then they automatically put it to our savings account. This is something that happened when we signed up for our Wells Fargo account. It's not anything that we chose to happen, but every little bit adds up. And due to this Save and Go account, that little bit that it puts in every month actually pushed us over to reach our $1,000 emergency fund several months ago. So I think it's a pretty good program. Last month we had, I don't remember, $20 or so, maybe 25, I can't quite remember. But usually it floats around that amount. $20 to $25 a month goes to our savings account. So I think I'm going to budget $22 because that's kind of in the middle. I'd like to put $100 away towards my car this month because I wasn't able to do that in June. I do have a car. There's nothing wrong with my car. It's just old. It has over 200,000 miles on it. It is a 2008, I want to say, 2008 Hyundai Sonata. And the paint's chipping off of it. It's just an older car, but it works fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but how much longer can a 2008 car with over 200,000 miles, how much longer can that last? So definitely starting to put money away for a down payment of some kind. It is my goal to have a little bit put away towards my Etsy shop and my YouTube channel. This will be for supplies or giveaways or things like that. So I hope to put $40 away for that. And I did start a Disney challenge, and I really want to find an Etsy shop that has a really cute Disney challenge. If you guys have any recommendations of Etsy shops, please leave them in the comments below, because I kind of want to color in something and fill it in. Right now I'm just kind of using my Cube account to put money away, and I mean it's fine, money is still being saved, but coloring is fun too. So I'm gonna put a goal of putting $40 away for our Disney challenge this month. And sinking funds. For the past couple of months, I put anywhere from $900 to $1,100 away for sinking funds. And even though we have more sinking fund categories than we have, I think we can save on how much we're putting in certain categories, because some are getting pretty filled. They're close to being fully funded or way overfunded. So we can kind of slow down on those while really focusing on filling up on the ones we tend to overspend on. So I think we can get away with stuffing $860 in sinking funds this month. And if that changes, that changes, but I think we can make that work. So all of our savings for July comes to $1,062. And if I subtract that from what is left over, I'm left with $68.39. I'm perfectly fine with that being a bank account buffer, or if I really feel comfortable about how spending is going, I might even put some of this money towards an extra debt payment. I would love to put some money towards my Capital One credit card because it is so close to being paid off. I know it's got like $2,000 or something left on the card, which is great. Anyway, so yeah, that's what July looks like. Let me go ahead and fill in my summary box. I like to use a summary box just to kind of quickly see an overview of what the month or what the paycheck is supposed to look like. And so I have here the total income. I'll put that box here. We said my total income was going to be $6,488.80. My total bills was going to be $1,064.74. Total debts, $1,408.67. Oops. 67. Total expenses was going to be $2,885, and then total savings $1,062. And so if I take my total income, see how it says plus, and then there's minuses right here, so I subtract all of this from the income, I should be left with what's here in my leftover amount. That should be the buffer. So let's double check our work. And that's correct, $68.39. Stick this back in here. Whoops. All right, guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, please like this video and leave me a comment down below for your plans for July. What's your month looking like? You going on any vacations, things like that? I'd love to have a conversation with you down in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. Until next time, bye-bye.